Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Us arguing, shouting on him. He's patient. We're not going to
I've got no issue with you, bro. Baba, adieu, tu mano tão caro que tá assim, adieu. Mas tu não gosta na cama, I will. I'll do your best.
Odds.
So I'm just telling you, leave me today.
We don't need to have
We'll go over there then.
odds.
Because I'm going to rip you.
Odds, it's not helping.
I'm going to party
Bro,
on Monday. You're going to be upset.
Brothers,
When I go low, I go low.
odds, we don't need to, odds. Brothers, we don't need
I'm
this. We
speaking
can,
Punjabi because I don't want it to be public. I'm trying to give an option to move from
brothers, if you've got a truth on your side, you don't need to shout over, you don't need to harass him or heckle him. We can just speak and let people
You might need
wait
to
up.
speak to your Muslim
Hold
brothers
on.
as well then.
Okay, so Raj.
You're a good example.
Okay,
of
Raj,
someone
I'm not a
being
good example, but the point is this. We don't need to interrupt you. So, Raj, I speak about Islam. Odds, please. So the thing is this, yeah? I speak about Islam. I've got a freedom of speech. I can use Twitter, I can use YouTube, I can use Facebook for that. I've got free speech, yes? But it's not hippie, everyone hold hands, kumbaya. Because when you talk cool to something, you're gonna get negativity. So I get called Taliban, I get called ISIS, this, that and the other, by lots of different people.
Look at me.
Excuse me. Can I finish? Raj? Raj, can I finish, please? For freedom of speech, you're not exercising.
I know.
This is not very democratic of you,
sorry,
bro.
go. I'm a bit of a hippie.
You're fighting for democracy,
Yeah, go.
you're letting me speak. Okay, behave. Okay,
I'm not going to behave when you say it to me like that. you know you're going to get my back up.
it's called sarcastic.
I'm going to start
It's
saying...
sarcastic.
Right, yeah, cool. Yeah. I know you're a good brother, so I won't take it on.
Okay, so what I'm trying to say to you, I've got two choices. I can choose to call it Islam. I'm going to get called Paki, even though I'm from Jamaica. My mom's from Jamaica, my dad's from Haiti. I'm going to get called Taliban, ISIS, all these different names. So I can choose not to do that, and no one's going to call me Paki, this, that, and
Do
the
you
other.
mind if you stand here? Because it's easier for me to... Because I don't want to be
Be on
on
camera,
these
yeah?
No, because I don't want that bloody thing in the back of my bug. Saying shit, so I want to see what you're saying when you speak.
Okay, so my claim to you is that you're talking about Muslims are trying to curb you, but the reality is in this country you've got freedom of speech. You've got Twitter, you listening?
Yeah, I'm listening.
You've got Twitter, you've got Facebook, you've got Instagram, you've got Snapchat, you've got YouTube. So you can say what you want. I call to Islam, I've got freedom of speech. But I know when I call to that, people are going to take the mick out of my bed, my kufi, call me Paki, call me ISIS, so you've got two choices, right, yes? Either you can call to freedom of speech, yes, and have insults coming your way, or not call to freedom of speech and people won't call your way. So don't cry about it.
Alright, so can I respond?
Yeah.
Alright, so this is a good topic because one thing I've realised after 2 years of going to Speaker's Corner is that I don't think Muslims understand when they're criticising other people's faith. So they don't like their own faith being criticised, but I've heard Shanzi, other people saying God come out of women's diner to Christians, and that's normal. God is whatever. I've had people come up to me just like, oh, you eat cows, you eat your God. To them, yeah, when I confront them, they say, oh, that's not critics, that's not really mocking you, that's just the truth. But when I say something about jizya, which is a tax, and I ain't paying that bullshit jizya, and if I say something about Sharia, people get annoyed. Now, I've given people the gauntlet. Show me a video where I've ever said something mocking Muhammad, ever mocking Allah or the Quran. You cannot find it. 2 years, no proof yet.
I'm sure I've seen it. I'm sure I've seen
what
it.
I do critique, the only time, let me say, the only time I've ever said something is that this guy said Guru Nanak Dev Ji is a Muslim. If you say to me Guru Nanak Dev Ji is a Muslim, I have a right to say Muhammad was a Jew. Have I not? Have I not? But I'm just saying, I have a right to reply that. So I only say something people say to me and I've got the proof. So what I'm trying to say is this. There seems to be this real sensitivity within the Muslim community about even the most basic criticism. If I say I don't agree with the death penalty for homosexuals, people go mad. To me, that's wrong. If I say the jizya tax is a bullshit tax, which has oppressed my people in India for 800 years and I'm not paying it, I have a right to say so. Just a tax like a poll tax. You may see it as something more, but I don't care. For me, it's just a tax.
No one's allowed to issue
So, brother, please.
So whenever I'm criticising stuff, and when I say, okay, I think the burqa is a problem, but the hijab is good, people go mad that I've got political power. Yeah? I don't run the country. When I say I think the burqa is a problem, tomorrow morning the government isn't going to start implementing it. unless you see me as your God, then you're doing shirk.
Okay, you're chatting rubbish and you're lying, Raj. I'll tell you why.
All right, prove me wrong.
If you go onto YouTube and type Speaker's Corner, debate about the Prophet's marriage to Aisha, or the Prophet Muhammad is a paedophile, Speaker's Corners, you will get a list of videos of someone debating someone about Prophet Muhammad being a paedophile, someone debating about niqab, type in any of these subjects, polygamy, niqab, hijab, what is it, the Shari's Barbet, you will get hundreds of debates, yes?
I was talking about myself.
Excuse me, no, Raj.
No, I was talking about myself.
Raj, I'm not talking about you.
No, but it's been, no, look.
Can I finish? Hold on.
Let him speak.
Anyone go into YouTube and type in Speaker's Corner or Hyde Park debate about the Prophet is a paedophile, or the Prophet's marriage to Aisha, or niqab, or polygamy, or cutting the hand of the thing. You'll type in debate Speaker's Corner and a list of videos, hundreds of videos will come down, showing Muslims debating everything. At the end of that discussion, no one is putting a headlock, no one is knocked out, no one is giving a fly kick. So there are Muslims coming to this park every week and debating about Aisha's age. There are Muslims every week coming there debating about niqab and polygamy and so forth and all these sensitive topics, and no one is getting punched and no one is getting beaten up and so forth. And after, people leave in peace. So these fractions of this and this and this and this and this are minuscule things that you are making seem like the mainstream.
All right, so
The question was, why do you do it? Why do you do it? Why do you do this?
Okay, this is about me at the moment, because I'm saying there's allegations that I'm an Islamophobe. I'm trying to say, if I criticise a tax, if I say
maybe
that,
not an Islamophobe,
if I
you're an
say
instigator,
XYZ is wrong, but I don't cuss your prophet out, I don't say something about Allah, and I don't do this, am I going against your faith, or am I criticising a bad practice? So there's this narrative that I'm going around saying XYZ against your faith. I'm criticising specific things about it. I don't care if you go mosque 5 times a day. I don't care how you literally dress, as long as you don't cover your face. I don't care about stuff like that. Like, I want to condemn a tax system that oppressed my people, yeah, and I think it's an oppressive tax. I have a right to do it. It's a tax like any other tax that you expect non-Muslims to pay. Now, if you're too sensitive about that, you need to leave. You need to leave Speaker's Corner. You should not be in the park.
Let him have his time, so I'll deal with him in my
So,
time.
so when I'm criticising it, it may
He's
be
pointing at me, fam. He's talking about me.
He's obsessed with me,
He's
man.
talking about, bro.
Can I deal with
You
him?
want to do this stuff,
yeah,
man?
do it, do it.
You want to do this stuff?
Of course, that's why I
This
called
stuff,
you. That's why I called you.
This stuff,
Okay, come on.
Talk to my brother, man.
So, don't tell me what to do. So basically, you have to understand, this disagreement come about me, that I'm an Islamophobe, I hate Muslims, I want to deport Muslims. I've never said that. Even Ralph, I said, if Ralph or any of these Nazis start deporting Muslims, they're my enemies. And there's a Muslim sister here that he put the gun gesture to, and I tried to my best to help her. But everybody turned it against
Brother,
me.
don't speak.
I'm not speaking, brother. I'm not speaking. What are you shouting for?
Because every time I'm
He's
trying
not
to
going to speak. Honestly, he's not going
Well,
to
I just spoke to you, bro. You're shouting for no reason.
speak. He's not going to
He's
speak. No.
So basically, when I tried my best to try and help this Muslim lady, everyone turned it against me, that I'm grooming her, that I'm manipulating her. All I was doing was telling this guy, Ralph, don't do like a gunshots that I'm going to shoot you in the head to a woman. Yeah, so whatever I do, whether I say, to me, I believe personally, it's just something against me, because I don't like a Sikh guy walking around with a turban saying, this is wrong about your particular ideology, this is wrong. Because you can't shut me down, because if a white man says it, they'll be called a racist, but because I'm saying it, I've got a bit more protection. I think that's why you're so butthurt.
Do you know what? I just want to finish right, because he's been lying, sorry.
There you go, man.
Raj, I know, you've come to this park, and for the first years you were in this park, every day it was grooming guys. I know at least 5 Muslims brothers, I got it covered.
The videos are there.
Look, I know about between 5 or 10 brothers, yeah, who have had the same argument with you about how when we asked you, you gave the perception that you believe that grooming gangs are somehow, linked to Islam and certain rulings from the Quran and Sunnah.
I didn't say that.
Excuse me. You said because something about the age of Aisha. Excuse me. I let you speak. You said, and I remember having this debate with you many times, something about because Aisha's age was young, you believe there's some link between these guys getting these young girls. I can't remember exactly, but I've had this debate with you many times. It's on CRE, check it out. Free plug. Anyway, the point is this. We've had this debate over and over and over again. We would say don't put in Muslim guys in the agreement. But the point is this. I know between 5 or 10 brothers that you had this debate with. You haven't been knocked out once by anyone. You haven't been strangled by anyone. You ain't been put in there MMA.
Muhammad Tariq threatened to knock me out. I had to get the police. 3 times have been threatened to knock out in this spot.
The point is...
So they did do it.
The point is this.
They did do it.
The point is...
He did do it. Muhammad Tariq threatened to knock me out there. So you're saying no one does it?
Raj.
He went into my face.
Why'd
I want to knock you
why'd
out.
you cry?
No, but you're lying.
I let you speak. Why'd you cry so much, man? Come on, Raj, you're like a victim.
Go.
You're like an Asian Tupac. It's me against the world.
Yeah, good with the insults.
The thing is,
Shall I insult him?
Raj,
Try. I'll show you.
What are you going to do?
Raj,
He can't put it up.
Come on, man.
He can't put it up. He can't put it up. Let's see how much of free speech you're going to
What are you
do.
going to do?
You're saying to him what we're going to do, yeah?
I keep swearing at
What
me
you're
now.
saying, what you're going to do?
What I said at the beginning.
If he says, yeah, if he says don't do it again, see what I'm going to do. That's a threat to him.
He literally called me a
He's
cockroach before, yeah?
threatened
And now he's
me.
for it, yeah?
You said to me, what are you going to do? If you do something, see what I do.
No, but this is
So
what
you
the
threatened
whole
me.
issue. The whole issue.
You threatened me.
It was about him.
You threatened me.
It was about him instigating.
You threatened me.
I'm going.
Listen back to
I'm
that.
going. This brother speaks.
I want to
I'm
say
going to
this
say
one
this
thing,
to you, Raj. I'm going to be honest with you. Growing up in, I don't know, how long have you been in London?
All my life, obviously.
All your life. Well, I don't know where you grew up, yeah, but life throws challenges at you. I'm calling that to Islam. I can either not call it to Islam and go online and not get called Taliban and ISIS and nigger and Arab this got me as a slave and all this crap, yeah, and I cannot do dawah and not get these comments, yes, and not have to deal with these people's insults, yes. I could choose not to do dawah and not get them insults. If you're calling to freedom of speech, yeah, and you want to call for this honourable thing, you're gonna have to take some wounds, bro.
Right.
Some verbal wounds, yes. Verbal wounds, yes. People, yes, people are gonna call you names. People are gonna insult you. But as far as I know, you haven't been coming to this park every week illegal with a black eye. So what I'm trying to say, so what I'm trying to say to you, Rod, you've been here. You've been here coming for quite a few years.
2 years.
Speaking openly.
Still here.
Speaking openly, and I don't think, yeah, you've been attacked once. So all I'll say,
Friend.
so all I say, so all I say, yes. Okay. So all I say, Raj, is,
I need to see him too.
Let me respond though.
okay. So all I say is, like, just get some manhood about you.
Alright, so let me respond. Let me respond. If manhood is being a bitch and crying when people say words, then I can name 50,000 people in this park over the last year that have cried when someone said something about their singing. What people are saying to me is threats of violence, doxing my address, saying they're going to knock me out, putting my mum's pictures up online, putting pictures of my family, putting my address online, threatening me in the park. Every week I've been coming for 2 years. And if I get so many threats, it doesn't even bother me no more. One thing I'm finding very annoying is that when I spoke about grooming, my own relative was groomed by a Pakistani Muslim.
I hear this guy say the same
The
thing
Pakistani
every
Muslim grooming
time,
gang is real. Whether you like it or not, the Sikh community has been fighting it for 40 years. So when I come down here and say, look, this is a problem happening to my family, I have every right. And when the Asian Muslim community don't do nothing about it, I will talk about it. Because your community should be ashamed of yourselves. Because your community is trying to hide it
See
under the
what he
carpet.
does, innit? You see how
And the
he
thing is,
does
a
it?
real
See how he
issue.
does it?
Till, no, one minute, let me finish, let me land. So until you start coming to me and say, Raj, there is a problem in our community, we're going to try and deal with it. The grooming epidemic is an Asian Muslim grooming epidemic. And that's it. You need to deal with it.
Okay, Raj.
You don't like it?
Raj, how long have you been coming here?
I'm not answering unless you're going to say
4 years.
You're going to be polite.
Yeah, I'm going to be polite.
You're going to show Muslim manners. You're going to start saying you're not a man.
I'll be polite to you.
You said I'm not a man. Be a man.
I've got to say.
At what point have you not shown you respect? At what point have you not shown you respect, fam?
Raj, you said, wait, listen,
I told you,
hold on, man.
I'm the bad guy. I'm the bad guy.
Alright.
Raj, bro, I'm going. I want to ask you something. Raj, how long have you been coming here?
2 years.
2 years.
2 years.
And you've been, since day one, you've been calling out Muslims as it is.
It's more than now. In 5 minutes, it's more than twice.
Hold on.
Hold on,
One year.
Arj came down
Hold
here
on.
first. You said something, then I come down here after.
Okay.
Why do all the Muslims have a problem with you? Why?
Reason why?
Bro, I don't even know him. I don't even know him and he's
Do you
cussing me, fam.
want to know why?
Yes, tell
You
us
wanna know
why.
why?
Tell us why. man.
You know why? Because I'm brown, I can say the things that white people can't say.
Bro,
But there are issues
you're
with
lost it.
grooming.
You're stood
There's
here with the
extremism.
camera is why you can say
And
what
there's
you
a
say.
reason
I'll
why
tell you that
there's
to your
problems
face, bro.
in the UK.
Get me?
When a white person says it, they're called a racist. You can't shut me down with a race card.
Bro,
we're the same race.
Brother, please.
I'm just a Sikh and you're not.
Bro, he's got all this fucking shit
bro.
and he's
Yeah, I
questioning
need it.
what
I'm a
he's
one
saying.
man. I'm one man.
Let me go. I'm going. I'm going to say this, bro. It's 2 years, yeah? 2 years, I think it's right. I think it's been longer than 2 years, no?
No, it's been, I feel like 10 years with these lot.
Okay, 2 years, yeah? People have been threatening you, yeah? 2 years, people.
I didn't say it threatening every week, but threatening offline and all.
Okay, from 2 years ago when you've been speaking the truth, no compromise, you said, yes?
I've compromised.
You always say in your shows you speak the truth.
So what happened was that I admit that when I come into speaking school and I said, let's ban the burqa, I said to myself that was wrong. Let's rephrase it and say, let's talk about the burqa. So I've tried my best to refrain from saying loaded stuff because I realised when I said it that everyone got angry and the conversation was hostile and everyone wanted to get me. So when I watched the video back, I had to reanalyse myself and say, you can say the same thing but in a more productive way. So if I say ban the burqa, already he's going to be against me, you're going to be against me. But if I say let's talk about the burqa and maybe discuss it,
Brother, please.
then
I'm going and then he's
then,
and then you can chat.
then I'm not talking
He's talking about me, bro.
So then I have tried my best here over the time to reassess the way I say my message, not the message.
Do you speak the truth, no hard bars, yes or no?
I try my best.
Or are they listening to a fake Raj?
I try my best.
Is it Robinson's or is it the truth?
Hold on. Let me say something. Let me say something.
So now when you listen to this live, he's not telling the truth.
1 minute.
He's
1 minute.
He's
1 minute. And I'd say that I've got a mother here, an elderly mother. I restrict myself for her because I know these men.
So they're not getting the truth when they listen
I
to the
don't
show.
say everything
So when you-
because of my mother
So when
still
they listen
alive.
to the show, they're not getting the truth.
So
no?
when my mother's still alive,
Okay,
there's
so-
certain things I want to discuss.
Okay, so when they listen to
Yeah,
you
that's
live,
simple.
they're not hearing the
Is that a good thing? So I'm thinking of my mum first before me.
So Raj, when they listen to you
Is that a
live,
good thing?
so Raj,
Is that a good thing? If I know my mum's going to get heat for something, why would I say it?
so Raj, when you're
My
speaking,
mum's queen to me.
so Raj,
She-
so Raj, so Raj, so Raj. So Raj, when you're speaking on your lives, your show's not the real uncut truth, is it?
No, my mum's in the background, so she's told me she don't want to hear X, Y, Z,
so your show
so I
is-
don't say it.
so-
Yeah, my mum runs me.
So
Yeah.
your show is...
You gotta watch the
realise
back
that-
chats, what he be
once
saying
you
in there,
realise
fam.
that,
Tonight,
once
I'm
you
gonna-
realise that,
Is your show
I
fake?
just think I'm
my
gonna do it,
mum,
man.
I'm
Raj,
telling
I'm
you
not talking
straight.
about your mum,
If
no.
your mum tells you not to say something, is it right not to do
Raj,
it?
I'm asking you, when...
No, I'm asking you this about the mother, because my Taweeda's over there talking about mum. If your mum says, I don't want you to say this, is it right
Okay,
not to
cool.
say it?
Forget you're beating around the bush.
No, I'm not.
Okay, the point is this, what I'm trying to say to you. You've been speaking about free speech for 2 years, yes?
Except for what my mum don't like.
Cool, no problem.
That's my rule.
Cool, no problem. Have
Is
you
that
been...
bad?
Okay. Raj, okay. Have you been getting threats for 2 years?
Yeah.
Are the people serious?
They're all pussy hoes, man. Still not.
Oh, so the... Oh!
Still not found one.
Okay.
I get stopped in the
Oh!
street. They'll shit themselves.
Oh! So the threats
They'll
is...
put it does.
Oh, so-
I don't take that as
Okay.
serious.
A body cammed up.
brother,
and
oh.
he's
Not one.
talking
You know
like-
East London, yeah? Let me say something.
Shush.
Let me say something. If you
Raj,
think
I'm speaking.
One minute,
I'll
let
let
me
you
say something.
speak.
Let me just say one
Let me
thing.
speak.
I do not walk around like this. I get stopped everywhere.
Okay.
None of them have done shit. So the
Okay.
day they do it, let's talk.
Okay,
Right
so-
now they don't
so
do
Raj,
nothing.
so all them-
I can't even fight. So
So Raj, so all them claims against you were weak threats. They weren't real, were they?
all right. So in the
Yes or no?
In the beginning, when you first come Speaker's Corner, you don't realise that 95% of threats
Yeah.
are bullshit.
So they're not serious threats against you, are they?
Yeah, but 95%
So
are
they-
bullshit.
Okay, so you ain't got serious threats against you, have you?
95% are bullshit.
So
but when your house address is being plastered everywhere, your telephone
So the
number,
threats-
your mum's pictures, your dad's pictures, your sister's pictures, and people in the park.
Has
come
anything
up-
happened to you?
What? No, nothing's gonna happen to you.
Exactly, so they're not
But,
serious. So they're not
but
serious.
it could happen to someone
Wait,
weaker.
where's the house?
But it could happen to
But it
someone
hasn't
weaker.
happened, has it?
It could happen to someone weaker.
Where's it happened?
It could happen to someone
Raj,
weaker.
Raj.
Most people can't cut this.
Okay, Raj.
I'm made of different
Raj,
cloth.
Raj, I'm-
That's why in 2 years
Yeah,
you
clinics.
can't get me out.
Listen.
You can't do nothing. to
Raj.
me. That's the thing.
So, Raj,
the
what-
thing is, yeah, you
Raj,
can't
let me
control
speak.
me.
Let me speak.
But what I'm trying to say, you can't
Raj,
control
I'll
me.
let you speak.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So you agreed.
Is that clinic?
Hold on, let me finish. Let me finish.
Oh, that clinic.
No, it's definitely not. So Raj, what I'm saying is, you've been saying you've been getting threats for 2 years, yes? And people are going to threaten to kill you.
This
and
is
do
good,
this,
innit?
And I ain't your mother, and do this, yes?
In the beginning,
Yes or no? Yes.
in the beginning, what do you want me to say?
Okay.
When you first come Speaker's Corner, you don't know what's real or right.
Okay,
No.
so the
I
threats-
realise most of them are pussy-os who can't do shit.
Okay.
But it could be one madman that might do it.
Okay, so the majority, 9% of the threats you're
But
getting
it
out.
takes one man.
Excuse me.
It takes one man to come to my house because they put
Okay,
my house
but
address
Raj-
out and do something. Does it not?
So most of the
It
threats.
takes one terrorist to blow up a flat.
Raj. So most of
It
the
takes one
So the
man.
threats you're getting.
I'm an
Raj,
Indian.
You know
Come
what?
in.
Why you can't
Come
before
in,
you
bro.
stop coming?
Right, go, go,
Okay,
go.
right. So Raj admits all these threats he's getting about speaking about Islam and the burqa and Aisha and the I'm speaking. You talk about democracy, you ain't giving me a little bit.
Oh, you love democracy
Excuse
now.
me.
Mud Kali.
No one
Murtad.
laughed. No one laughed.
Sorry,
So what I'm
you
trying
don't
to-
know the joke.
So what I'm trying to
They
say
will
to
laugh
you,
at home though.
so what I'm trying to say to you is this. You just made it clear. At first you thought the threats were serious. After 2 years you realise most of them are crap. So really after all the insults and the threats and stuff you're getting, maybe 1 or 2 are serious,
It
yes?
takes one man to blow up a mosque,
Okay.
one man to blow up a church,
Okay.
one man to shoot a man, one man to stab a man.
Okay.
If my home address is being plastered all over line and people are putting my mum's picture up and saying do this, do that, it takes one man to walk
Okay,
in here
Raj.
right now and come up behind me and do something.
So-
when you're talking about this shit, you're talking about like 95% are bullshit, but it takes one man to do something. Is that not correct?
Okay, Raj. So you're scared of this one man walking around with a bazooka, yeah?
Listen, if a man
Take
comes
care,
up,
man.
See, this is the level.
No, I'm saying to you, what I'm saying to you, you've admitted that
So the New Zealand
Excuse me,
Christchurch killer.
Excuse me.
The New Zealand Christchurch killer was one man.
Raj.
The New Zealand Christchurch killer was one man with a machine gun, went
Raj,
into a mosque
Raj.
and murdered 50 people.
Okay, Raj.
So one man can do a lot of
Raj,
damage.
you're paranoid.
I'm just trying to
You're-
show
you're
you.
paranoid.
I'm just trying to show
Okay,
you
who-
that one man here doesn't mean he's not a
In
threat.
this park, who's hitting you? How many times have you been here?
All right. So first of all, when someone
How many times?
let me say something.
2 years.
Just today, that guy threatened to take.
Who
a
hit
turban
you?
off.
Who hit you? I'm not talking
Hold
about
on,
who
hold
hit
on,
you.
hold on, hold
Who
on,
hit you?
hold on. Can I speak?
Nobody. Hold on.
Can I speak? But hasn't your bro Muhammad Tawi threatened to knock me
Who?
out?
Raj, do you know what a threat is? And
That's your boy as well.
Raj, in 2 years.
If someone comes to your face and I'm going to knock you out,
Raj,
come around the corner,
Raj,
what does that mean
Raj,
to you? Is that a threat?
Raj.
Is that a threat?
Raj, I'm asking you, 2 years.
But do
who's
you
hitting
condone that?
Are you scared? Are you scared?
No, listen, let
Are
me
you
ask-
scared of cats?
I'm
Are you
asking
scared
you,
of
I'm
cats?
asking you a question.
Raj,
Your
Raj,
boy Muhammad
Raj,
Tawi, who's
Raj,
over there,
Raj.
a year ago, come into my face like that
Raj.
and said, yeah, let's go outside,
Okay.
let's go outside, let's go outside. Is that not a threat?
Raj.
I'm going to knock you
Raj,
out.
Raj. One person.
So it has happened a couple
hold
of
on,
times.
Raj. So-
Another guy, the guy from Dawa Digital, done the same thing. Come outside, I'm gonna knock you out.
Okay, Raj.
Another guy, last time, this guy was threatening me, let's go outside.
Raj.
Last week, another guy said, let's go outside. So the amount of times I get, let's go outside.
He's just pointing at no one. He's like him and
Okay,
him.
Raj, I've had
Like who, fam?
Okay, brother,
Who are you?
Hold on.
You're just pointing at man, yeah? You're just pointing at people.
Okay, Raj.
Finger point is killing me.
Okay, so Raj. Okay, so Raj.
Maybe I'm your god.
All right, Raj. So what? I've had EDL people come to the park, screaming at me, pointing at me, yes? A number of times, yes? I could choose to come to the park or not, yeah? But why are you coming to the park and crying every week? Why?
I come to the park to
Why?
show people you can't be
Why?
intimidated by people.
Why?
And if you come to the park,
How old-
most people are too be scared to come back.
Excuse
I'll
me.
come back every
Okay,
weekend
so Raj,
until
what's
you
the
become
difference?
civilized.
Okay, Raj, what's the difference?
Until you
Raj.
become civilized, I'm here.
Okay, Raj, what's the difference between me and you? I get.
What I'm saying to
Okay,
you
Raj.
is you're saying that people are threatening you. Don't come to
okay,
the
Raj.
park. Freedom of speech is lost.
Okay, Raj, I'm
Is it
asking.
not?
Okay, I'm asking you something, Raj.
It's more
I get
broken.
threats and you get threats.
I don't
Are you telling me not to speak as cool as him?
Excuse me. I get threats about coming to this park. You get threats about coming to this park. I don't cry about it every week. So why are you so scared?
So let me say something.
Why?
Because you want to restrict freedom of speech. So
Listen.
what it is, yeah, you want people to be
Bro, the guy don't know me and he's cussed me twice. It's like 3 times. Once over
wait a
here,
minute,
twice
wait a
over
minute.
here.
That way you're
He say we're
restricting
cussing
freedom
him.
of speech.
He say we walk around cussing him.
I have EDL people, yeah?
No, he has lost me. He does
Come to the park, yeah?
How many times
Hold
I
on,
want to
excuse
get
me.
to the bottom of why he does it. I want to know, does he do it for money? Does he do it for fame?
About
What does he do it for? It's not for religion. It's not for nothing. I want to know why you do it.
Brothers, please.
That's not
Brothers, please, the voice will come over. Look, hold on. Raj said this. I get threats, Raj gets threats. Yeah? I get EDL, bro. We look at me in the park, outside the park, yeah? He gets threats. I don't come crying like some victim of the week. Oh, I can't give power. People are calling me baggy. People are calling me nigga. People calling me
It's not my channel, this is Raj's channel. Yeah, I'm just holding the camera. Yeah. Nah.
You said,
Raj is a prostitute.
you're not a good advert for democracy, freedom of speech.
Yeah, big up democracy.
Because you keep cutting mine off.
Hold
Hold on. You said the reason why I don't complain is because I want people to be intimidated and look down
All
on
right, so let me apologise for that. Not you in particular, but there are people in the park that want to intimidate so people stop talking. So you threaten them enough that they won't come back.
How
Liar.
does
Like
that-
me, The reason, like this guy here.
What's the link?
No,
liar.
That's one of the guys.
He contradicts himself.
This guy's one of them. This guy, I've got evidence on
He's
liar.
untrue, fam.
That's dangerous.
You're lying.
Don't fall for
ISIS, man.
There you go. There you go. One more.
No, truthfully.
How much
Brother, you're making him step
does he call
away.
him man's ISIS right
Brother,
now to your face, man?
Because he lost the
He
plane.
swore
He's
at me
trying
twice,
to.
bro.
Brother,
He doesn't even know me. Just
brother,
ask him.
brother.
He's saying we
Why are you
threatened
falling
him.
for it?
But because he says we threatened him.
No, Raj, you're going for the back exit. You didn't have an
Let me just
No,
finish.
Raj,
You
I
say
got
peace.
you.
Say
No,
it.
no,
No, man. That's what I mean, Raj. You make yourself look like a
Brother, he knows you'll fall for it. He knows you'll fall for it, bro.
You're right.
He wants to get emotional with him.
You're right. I'm not gonna lie.
Sorry.
Did you hear it? I said to him, you get threats, I get threats. I don't come every week. I can choose not to give dawah. If you stop calling to freedom of speech, you'll stop getting the threats. If I stop giving dawah, I'll stop getting the threats and the racism. I get the threats, I come to the park, I don't cry to the cameras every week. So I'm asking you, what is so wrong with you?
Can I respond?
I'm finishing my question. Please, in democracy, the person finishes
Big
the
up
question.
democracy, man. Big up democracy.
Hold on.
Muslims are saying big up democracy.
Don't act like a clown. People see you as a jester.
I know, right, bro.
So what I'm trying to say to you
Still
is,
winning though.
Raj, how old are you? Act like an adult, man.
No, I'm young. Forever young.
You're not young, bro.
Forever young.
You're not young. So what I'm trying to say to you is this, is Raj, every week you're crying and crying. The fact is, you have freedom of speech. In 2 years, no one's actually hit you. For 2 years, you've been talking about freedom of speech, burqa, Aisha, grooming gangs and so forth. No one has hit you. People have said, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it. Nothing's happened to you. People have said to me, they're going to do this and that. Nothing's happened. Raj, be a man, grow up. Stop crying. If you can't take it, then stop calling to freedom of speech. I know when I give dawah, I'm going to be insulted and called names. But sticks and stones may break my bones. Yes? So what I'm trying to say to you, yeah?
This is a monologue or a dialogue?
I let you speak, I'm finishing. So all I'm trying to say
You're
to
going
you,
on for like 10 minutes.
get some manhood about you, Raj.
like a woman.
Stop crying.
You're acting like a woman.
Stop
So let
crying.
me say something. I'm one man Sikh in the park. Look how many Muslims. When I first come
You're
here,
a hypocrite, man.
it was
Shut up,
95% Muslims. One Sikh. I'm by myself here. So when people are making threats to one man,
I don't think you
should I not take it? Should I not take it seriously?
I don't think you
I've not got like
represent
50 people
one
around
of
me.
the
Yeah?
slanderous
So
Sikhs
you have when I first come to the park was 95% Muslim. I was getting threatened, so I take it deadly serious when I'm surrounded around the whole park. I'm one man. If you think here I'm running the park like you're God, then you're doing shirk. You're doing shirk. You're a pagan. Because I am not your God, but you treat me like a God. You treat me like a God. So the point is with this situation is this. The solution for someone like, I forgot his name, is that what he wants to do is, okay, if you get threatened, stay at home.
There's nothing inside there.
If you get threatened, stay at home. If you get threatened, stay at home. That is a definition here of restricting freedom of speech. Because what they want to do is to intimidate people so they can't speak and then say, don't go to the park because you might get threatened. I will say to people, don't get scared of these degenerates. They're cockroaches. Yeah, they got IQs lower than a sperm. And what it is, they can't do nothing. All they can do is violence. But you can beat a man up, yeah, I'll be back next week. You can beat him again, I'll be back next week. You beat me again, I'll be back next week. So with these guys, yeah, all it is violence. That's why I'm playing Connect 4. I mean, I'm playing chess, they're playing Connect 4. I'm playing chess, they're playing Connect 4 because their only modus operandi is violence. Mine is using humour, using freedom of speech, using Speaker's Corner, social media, and that's why Big Up the Cabal rerun things. Big up. Big up. Big up. Big up. Big up. Big up.